Like, this is out of your hands and you deserve to be happy. You're getting robbed of your happiness. You're getting robbed of your hot young years. You're getting robbed of your energy right now. Hey, welcome to Healing Out Loud with Crimea River.
Kry'mia River. Oh,
I may have to edit that part out because I'm not trying to give you my first episode. I don't know about copyright. Um, let's just start because I have so much to say and I actually don't want to make my first video that long. Let's just start with the title. It's called Healing Out Loud because I've been healing out loud on social media for about a year now. It all started on TikTok under an anonymous account under Crimea River. And it really just like started off as me like venting online because I had no one to talk to about this like in my real life. The only person I really did have was my mom, and I could see it was like really affecting her. Like I remember I told her like a couple things, not even like great detail, like not even detailed. And I remember her calling me and was just all like, like I didn't sleep last night. Like the stuff that you're going through really affects me. And I totally get that because I was a mom at the time. And I was just like, bro, if I was a mom going through this and like my son was telling me this, like I wouldn't like, yeah, I just know it would like really affect me. And so I was just like, okay, I can't talk to her about it. And so I just really had no one to talk to. So I really turned to social media and I was under an anonymous account. And so it was cool with me. Like when my account started growing a little bit, like people I knew started actually following me, and I would block them immediately. I don't know what it was, but for at a certain point, like I was embarrassed that I was in a domestic violence relationship. And actually healing out loud taught me that a lot of people were embarrassed as well. Like leaving, people think like when you leave a situation like that, you're like automatically happy, like everything's all good. But like you get just like so many like range of emotions. First of all, like if you're in like a really like bad situation, it can become very dangerous when you leave, and people don't get that. People think like, oh, right when you just leave, like everything just ends, and like that's not true. It actually gets like 10 times worse, and leaving those situations are like really scary. And if you do make it out, like you're very lucky because like the truth is like a lot of people don't, and like the stories you hear are like really really crazy. And it's crazy because I never even like heard about stories until I was in like these situations. And like I guess that's really like how your social media works, you know what I mean? Like those stories just like pop up on your timeline when you're talking about stuff like this, and it's just scary like how not normal it is, but like how often it happens. It's really really crazy. But one of my feelings after I had left my relationship was embarrassment, and I don't know why. And then when I realized like a lot of people also felt the same way, I was just like, that was one of my clicks where I'm just like, social media can help you so much. It can help you realize like you're not alone, like in so many things. Like it would have helped me tremendously if I could have hopped online and seen people stories that were going through exactly what I was going through. Because when you try to talk to like family and friends about that who haven't gone through what you're going through, they're just like, you're stupid, why don't you just leave? Like it's not that simple, and people think like it's just bad 24/7, so they don't know how to give you like the right advice. Like their advice comes out of love, like, oh, like just leave. But like if you haven't been through it, then like you really don't know. And it's not as just simple as that, because when you're in these type of situations, it's, I would like to say like it's a psychological war that's going on in your head, because when you met this person, it wasn't like all bad. It was actually like amazing. So that's what they do though. So like it's so amazing when you meet someone, like the mask drops and they actually show you the true them, like you're already wrapped around their little finger, and it's very hard for you to actually like get up and go, especially if it's been years or it's after a baby or something permanent. Like people really wait until like permanent situations to like really show like their true colors, and it's like it's a scary trait. I hate to say like it's a narcissistic trait. People jump on me when I say that, but like I looked up the definition of that, and like they say you have to be like diagnosed for it, but like like what narcissist is gonna go to a therapist and be like, can you diagnose me for narcissism? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but that's like a whole different topic. Please don't jump on my head for that. But and at a certain point in my healing journey, like something just like snapped in me because like I spent like the last 6 months healing, like really working on me, like really changing my daily habits, because honestly it's like those little things that you change, like that you do every day, that really make a big effect on you, you know what I mean? So I cut out like sad music, sad TV shows, I cut out toxic friends. I was not allowing anybody to come in between my happiness, and I was really working on me until this point in July where um just to touch base on it, I'll get into this like later, but like basically I had a domestic violence restraining order on my child's father, and he ended up like snapping on me one day, and I was literally scared for my life. And the police absolutely did nothing, and the DA decided not to press charges on my child's father, and I didn't understand why. And I ended up like running to social media because nobody was listening to me, and I know like social media can really change things, you know what I mean? So I thought like if I did that, like they could call the police station, like things would change and stuff, but it didn't do anything. It didn't do anything. So I did go viral on social media for that. And it was great because it opened a lot of doors for me to meet like a lot of amazing people that like made me look at life like in a new perspective. And when I found out the DA was not going to press charges on my child's father for doing that, like not even child's father, my abuser, like it broke something inside me. And like I was literally broken for like a week. Like I didn't understand why. I was like, bro, I've been healing, I've been working on me. Like why do good things happen to bad people? Like I was literally just like asking like why. Like I was getting back into that why me mindset, the mindset that I had worked so hard to get away from. Like I was getting back into that, and I did not want to do that. So like literally, like I said, I was like crying for like a week. Like it was bad. And I remember waking up one day, looking at myself in the mirror, not recognizing myself. And I was all like, dude, you gotta get up and stop crying, or you're gonna wake up 60 and sad. Like, you need to cut it out right now. Like, you cannot control what happens to you, but you can control how you react. Like, this is out of your hands, and you deserve to be happy. You're getting robbed of your happiness. You're getting robbed of your hot young years. You're getting robbed of your energy right now. Like I just said, you don't want to wake up 60 and sad and mad at yourself that you spent so much time grieving over something that you had no control over. I was like, okay, yeah, this is like my healing journey is on now. Like this, like that's when life showed me I can only control how I react. Like I need to let that other stuff go. And I used to be like such a control freak. Like I used to be just like a very like emotional person, like on an emotional roller coaster. Like I used to really let outside sources control me. But I've really learned to not do that. Like it's out of my hand. And it's like it's just so crazy how things just start working for you once you get that mindset that everything's going to work itself out. And it's crazy because all those times I realized, all those times that I worried, all those times it worked itself out. All those times I cried, I asked why, like I was angry or scared or whatever, anxious, it all worked out. And that really like eases my anxiety. And I just realized like that I was wasting my life away being vengeful, being mad that the DA wasn't gonna press charges. Like, why is that my job? Like, that's not like that's totally out of my control. You know what I mean? So all I could do was just get a lawyer and protect me and my child, and that's exactly what I did. And I have full custody, and that's just like what it is right now. Now, my life, like I'm literally just focused on helping others heal, like get to that point, make that switch. And it's like it's so hard, especially like when you're doing it by yourself. And when I started social media, when I started healing out loud on social media, and I seen how many people were like relating to me, that scared me. So I'm like, why isn't this talked about more? Like, if we talk about this more, then people will know the signs. People will know what to look out for. You know what I mean? And like one of my dreams is to talk at high schools about domestic violence and self-love, because I honestly believe self-love is like the key to happiness, the key to make everything work in your world is self-love. And domestic violence, just because like I don't feel like it's talked about and we don't know the warning signs of it, you can easily confuse someone being like, oh, someone in love with you and moving fast because you think they want to be with you, with someone that's love bombing you. So when they are ready to drop their mask, like you're already wrapped around their finger, like I said, like, and it's not even just like physical abuse, it's emotional abuse, mental abuse, spiritual abuse that people go through, and it needs to be talked about more so people know the signs, and you really don't know unless you're in it. And so that's why I feel like self-love is the key to even not even accepting like getting into like these type of situations, because I'm like, I sat down and reflected like after I left the domestic violence relationship, and I'm just like, what could I have done different? And I really believe like if I loved myself, like things would have been so different, because I got into this relationship out of high school. And I don't know about you, the high school for me, I was very insecure. Like I did not like myself, know myself, love myself. Like I would be confident like here and there, like, oh yeah, I'm confident. I don't know. It was like a fake confidence or whatever. But I did not freaking like myself. And so I got into a relationship kind of like on that note. And that was very detrimental to me, because like he boosted me up. Like I was so beautiful. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like he sees something like I don't even see in myself. You know what I mean? And I felt like if I wouldn't knew my worth from the beginning, and I wouldn't have let anybody take that from me and let someone build me up and break me back down. You know what I mean? If you love yourself, you're going to set boundaries and you're going to stick to them. You're going to put yourself first. You're going like that person, and that person's going to want you to do that. That person is going to want you to put yourself first and love yourself, like, and want you to be the best you can be. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to want to be in competition with you or just have weird energy towards you or be hateful, because like the truth is like your partner can hate on you, and I think that's like so crazy, but it's like so true, and I don't think a lot of people know that. But yeah, um life um life just really turned around for me last year. And so that's when I started taking social media more intentional, because I know how common DV is. It's 1 in 7 men experience DV and 1 in 4 women experience DV. And I don't even know how to get these numbers, because a lot of people don't even report domestic violence. And I totally get that, because the courts and the system is like really messed up when it comes to this, especially when you have children. Like it's literally insane. Like you have to go to like the furthest extent to like fight for your children, and it's like, okay, like of course we're going to do that, but it's crazy that we have to do that. But that's another story within itself. My intentions with my page is for you guys to know that like I understand you are not alone, and people don't get, like, people in your everyday life, they don't get the psychological war that you go through when you're in these type of relationships. They think it's like it's just simple as leaving, when it's so much more than that. And don't know I don't know what I would have done if I knew that people like understood me. I really felt like I was so alone. I thought I was literally insane for going back so many times to somebody who abused me, when it's common for you, if it's common to take 7 times for you to actually leave your abuser. Did I say that correctly? I don't know if I proper worded that. I knew that. I never knew it was normal for you to miss this person who abused you. I never knew that. And this needs to be talked about more. And like I understand why people don't. Some people are scared, because these type of situations get 100 times worse when you leave them, especially if they were physically abusive. Like it's serious, but it needs to be talked about. And if you're not scared, then you could be embarrassed, or you don't want to get the backlash from the freaking victim blamers. I get them all the time, especially coming out since about the abuse I endured. It's always, oh well, you chose them. Why are you telling us? And it's like I'm not even telling you, because the audience that I'm speaking to are the people who get me, not the people who victim blame and are blaming me for being abused. Like, I don't know why you're not pointing the finger at them, but like I don't even know. Okay. But yeah, it's always like, well, you chose them, it must not have been that bad if you went back. Like they just love to point the finger. Like I hate to be I hate to be that girl, but it's just like, why can't we all just get along? Like, why can't people just be nice to each other? Like, why is it so hard? Like, if I see a video I do not resonate with, I simply just scroll, and it just like blows my mind how people will just like sit there and just say like the craziest stuff to you online. Like, so I am trying to build a community, a safe place for survivors and people who have been abused by a loved one and people who want to know the warning signs. Like, I just want people to love them. I feel like I just my key, my goal, everything I want to happen, like, is literally I just want people to love themselves. That's it. Like, I want people to forgive themselves if they were in these type of situations and they want to move on. I just want you to forgive yourself and love yourself and know that you deserve the freaking world. And it's really hard to understand that when you're getting out these relationships, when you're in these relationships. It's really hard to grow and learn when you're in a mentally harming environment. Like, it's really hard. And so, like, in the last year, like I said, like, my life has changed like so much, and it's basically because, like, I learned perception is power. And I literally can't, like, I can't control what happens to me, but I can control, like, how I react and how I carry on. And if I choose to sit my days away and be sad, like, I'm gonna be mad at myself because I had experienced death for the first time last year. Like, someone I was just with passed away suddenly. And she was so young. She was only like a couple of years older than me, and that really put, like, life in perspective for me, because it's like, we say life is short all the time, but if you're living in sadness and madness and, like, being vengeful or hurt or any of, like, those sorts, like, you're not living by, like, life is short. You're not realizing that, like, life can be gone in an instant tomorrow. Like, you don't realize, like, how much of it is a blessing to come home and be safe with your children, with your family. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be so grateful for that every day. And once I started taking that into, like, consideration, like, I started that in the beginning of my healing journey. Like, I would write down every morning. If anybody wants to start their healing journey, every morning write down 3 things you are grateful for, and before you go to bed, write down something that made you smile that day. And it just makes your heart glow. It will make you smile, and then every time you look back, like, you can look at what made you smile that day, and just, like, having a grateful heart, it's just, like, something you need to make it in this world, because a lot of crazy shit be happening to everybody. I don't know anybody that has a perfect life. I know everybody goes through it. And just to be grateful for the stuff you have, because I know for a fact your life ain't that bad if you're watching this video right now. Like, it's not that bad. And we have to be grateful for these little tiny things. Like, I remember I used to have this friend in high school. She was so ungrateful. And I remember one time she was like crying over something, and I was just like, well, like, you have to be grateful. Like, you have a roof over your head. Like, you have a mom and, like, a family that, like, loves you. And she's like, you're dismissing my problems. Like, why are you doing that? Like, I have problems. Just because people have it worse than me doesn't mean anything. And I was just like, oh, okay, that's true. And I thought for, like, that for, like, a while, so I wouldn't tell anybody that when I heard them, like, complaining about something, because I thought I was just dismissing their problems. But as I get older, I realize that's a really sad way to live, because you need to be grateful for the little stuff, or a lot of stuff you do have, because that could be literally ripped from you from an instant. Life has a crazy way of humbling you, like, and we have to be so grateful for what we have. And, like, just to, like, okay, just to, like, kind of, like, wrap things up, like, I want to help people. Like, that's always been my goal in life. Like, I thought I wanted to do, like, the medical field, so I tried that. I had to give, like, the shot. I had to get, like, shots in the butt, and that was just like that was just, like, too much for me. So I was like, okay, this isn't for me. I tried a couple customer service jobs. I was like, this isn't for me. And then I was in, like, the middle of the domestic violence relationship, and I started posting online, and I started helping people that way. And it was literally like, it was insane. It was like, I was posting on social media to vent, but then I seen, like, other people were resonating with me, and they're like, you're helping me heal. And so they were healing, and then that was helping me heal, because I was helping people heal. And then it's just like, me healing was helping them heal, helping them heal, helping me heal. And it was just like a healing collective. And it was just like, bro, it was like, it's insane what's going on. And it's just like, social media can really be used for good. Like, I think I said a while ago I was going to wrap this up, but so please like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting 2 times a week. And so I hope nobody made fun of my little mic, because I literally had this 2 days and my son already lost, like, the ball thing, the ball thing that goes to it. And then I had got, like, a standard mic, and I don't know how to hook that up. Like, this one hooks up to my phone. Like, I don't get it. Okay, but whatever. This will be linked in my Amazon storefront. Okay. Now I'm trying to get my influencer on. Okay. Oh yeah, and if I edit this video a lot, it's because I'm used to making TikToks and they're like literally like 15 seconds. So I might have to edit this a lot, but the more I get used to it, the more like longer my videos will be. And like I'm so glad I started this because I've been wanting to start this, but I was so nervous to start it because like I said, I don't make like long videos and usually I have like a filter on and now I don't. So yeah, this is like it's just different for me and I was just like I just got to start because I'm so excited. I'm so excited we're here together. Okay, like and subscribe. I need an outro. I need an outro. And I need to learn how to put music on my thing. If you know how to do that, let me know. On my little Crimea River thing, I need to learn how to put music on that. But I need an outro. Let's say sending love and light to you because that's what I always tell people when they comment on my videos. Okay, sending love and light to you. Peace.